Welcome back to Popes and Pylons, or should I say vast mateys or something along those lines. We're of course playing Europa Universalis IV. We're playing as Rügen in a custom campaign designed by bisaVCI in the comments. And we are grabbing two actual achievements, AAA Credit and even better than Piet Heyn, which require us to do some plundering and or paying off of other people's debt. But also we have to follow a whole bunch of rules, especially we don't get to touch the Empire really. We are not supposed to raid the Empire unless we're mostly raiding other people. We are not allowed to take any land in the Empire, and we are allowed to take vassals, but only if we didn't fabricate claims for that or anything like that. So that is us. Here you can find the whole rule set and a pretty good story, I would say, for the campaign down there in the doobly-doo. But what matters is that we get to play pirates. We do have a bit of a pirate fleet again. Not a huge one. It did lose our whole fleet at one point, but I think we're kinda back to original size at least. I do want to recheck the privateering here, but let's do that after our current war. Because I keep thinking, and this just doesn't feel right to me. Well, yeah, there, right? There's more money in Lübeck than there's in the Baltic, so one would think that the trade power from privateers is better used in Lübeck than in the Baltic. However, there's certainly less total trade power, at least I assume there's less total trade power in the Baltic. I don't know, it's just what, 200, 300 or something? As opposed to, yeah, much more total trade power in Lübeck. And we're taking a relative share with our privateers, right? If we check here, we can see that there's 9% of the trade power comes from privateers here. In Lübeck, we would be at less, so we'd be privateering for less money, I think. That does feel like that's how that's gonna work. So we have to find out. And yes, the game has a tooltip for it, but I don't believe that tooltip, so that's that. Mission is still high income. We still don't have money to build buildings. A war against Novgorod is won. They're just utterly deadified. But, well, I say that. I actually have 30,000 troops on their side, but we have the Poles. So unless they make utter fools of themselves, as they tend to do, we should be fine here. I probably want with those amounts, these numbers of troops still alive. Yeah, there's a bunch of Ryazani running around, isn't there? I probably want to be a bit more careful with my raiding. Yeah, let's start to consolidate our troops. By raiding, I mean, what are we doing here? There we go, that's what I was waiting for. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So what I was about to talk about, but I don't need to talk about anymore, is that there was a Danish War for Navarre, which we kind of piggybacked on. And that was blocking us from taking any land because we didn't have any forts in the area, and the game was all, well, if you don't have any forts, then you don't get to take any stuff. Which, I mean, fair. It is how the game works. But still, how dare they? I somehow black flagged myself over there. That is not great. Don't love that. I don't think I get unblack flagged, Nega. I'll have a look, but I might have to walk home, which is kinda oof. I do not need to walk home. Good. We're gonna have rebels popping up in Estonia sometime soon. My plan is kinda, come on Poland, to stay in the war until we can have the Poles take care of those rebels. We just need to make sure that they don't decide that, since they're losing a bunch of forts to the enemy because they're dumb fudges, they don't want to be in the war anymore. That would be unfortunate. There's the Ryazani, okay. At least we know. And the Poles, they're just going to try to take their stuff back and probably have their capital sieged, aren't they? Oh man. It would be funny if it wasn't so sad. I was about to say, why is the AI never this bad when they fight me? But they probably are. Just, you don't notice when it's not your own stuff being... Look at this! Yeah, we need 20,000 people to siege down Yelets. Sure, it's not even a freaking fort. Just go and beat up the enemy. Allies, am I right? I mean, sure. the Poles are why we can do a lot of the stuff that we do. I mean, this is just so... Ugh. Yeah. Alright. Anyway, do I have siege on this guy? I do. 2 of them, in fact. That's pretty good. Just gonna merge those up. I'm gonna have them do that. I'm gonna allow friendlies to attach to this army. You know, maybe somebody like these Danzigians here will just join me and help me defend. No? No, you're not? You're just gonna go to random places? Oh no, you are. Good. Good boys. Now, I don't have my own general, and the enemy actually merged up here, which is not the best. Oh, you took back Poodle something quick. That's Podole. And it's almost certainly not pronounced Podole, because it's not that kind of language. But still. And you're just doing your thing, aren't you? I wanted to stay in this war a little bit longer. So we can siege down that fort and the enemies have a chance to peace out. What I did not mean to do was to sit in the war until the enemy can recuperate and the Poles can show their utter idiocy. It was kind of not the plan. But hey. Alright, let's go south. Let's hope that the Polish will engage this. Then we can join that battle. You're going to Olonets. I don't want that. Let's stay in Priozersk. And my general died on that siege. That is not great. Do I have to go to White Karelia here? I think I do, don't I? Yeah. Let's go. Okay, I don't, because they're not. Are you gonna come to Priozersk now? So obviously I want a battle that's mostly done by not me. That would be ideal. I also want a boat, don't I? Give me a bark. Suppress the urgent need to joke about the word bark. Denmark claiming Rügen, eh? Okay, you're coming to Navarre. Gonna let you lock in and then I'm gonna go to Navarre as well. It's grasslands, so it shouldn't be a huge thing. And then we go and hopefully crunch. We do not get to crunch. That is unfortunate because it now puts my siege stack at risk, doesn't it? Oof, 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 oof. I mean, I know I have all the Poles on. Oh, come on. Maybe I shouldn't have all the Poles on me. You know what? Don't attach to me. Do your thing. Go defend me or something. Just do so. Oh yeah, please stay in Derpt. It's a good place to be. You're not supposed to attach to me anymore. Go hunt. Something. No, oh yeah, there's that Derpt rebellion. Good. Unfortunately, there's also the attack on me in White Karelia, and everybody was like, okay, if you don't want us here, then I guess, sure. How do I do this? I hire a leader with okay stats, and then I bring 3 of these, right? Like that, and you're running away. Excellent. That's the best of outcomes. Stettin counter-rivaled me. I mean, sure. There's a chance that we'll get to... How do we not get any? Oh. Please give me a seed of Ryzen there. What was I trying to say? Something very, very smart, I'm sure. That there's a chance that we get to... What? Right, to out, whatever this is called. To be so much bigger than the Stettini in a minute that we get the prestige for doing that. Outgrown? What is it called? Dang. I'm gonna keep going through this, I think. Even though we're gonna be getting unbalanced research or something sometime soon. Soon? Yes. Soon. Also losing money. Like huge amounts. Oh, did you siege down Ryzen? You did. Can I have Ryzen be pillaged? I can. Doesn't do much for me, but it does something. I could vassalize Ryzen. Do you want a Ryzani vassal? The answer is almost certainly no. But I mean, so what does it do for me? We can't really expand in this area because the Muscovite is next door. So that's not a way. We could potentially at some point get into Lithuania, but they're allied to the Polish right now. And also way more powerful than I am. Like way, way more powerful. So a Ryazani vassal would do... I mean, they do have a border to the Horde, which we could potentially then start feeding them. And they would start paying us money and giving us troops. Maybe I should vassalize them. Maybe I just should. Requires more war score, requires the Polish and the Danzigians to do something around here. I'm just going to tell Danzig that this is their objective. Maybe they'll actually stick around to take a place. No, they will. Good. Now, if I tell Poland that they should be taking this, will they turn around? Will they send everybody because they're dang fools? It's quite possible. Take that, take that. We have 91% total war score, so that's great. It's just that Ryazan is not siege down enough for them to give up. Wait, where's the Great Horde in this war? Hired by Ryazan. Oh, interesting. I mean, I could just piece out Novgorod for a bunch. Right now. Right there and then, right? Maybe that's how we spend our aggressive expansion better than any Ryazani stuff. Anything interesting around here? Not trade, send off trade-wise, as long as we take Never. Trade goods, bunch of pelts, some iron in Tikwin. That's about it. No buildings or anything. How much can I take? Well, that would be a coalition, wouldn't it? Novgorod won't be able to join for a while. Tver would. I don't think I have a -3 going on. Wait, Tver is independent, aren't they? They're just tiny. And they don't matter in the way that they're scary, but they will allow the big boys to actually form a coalition against me that I don't like. You're dropping 2.5 yearly, would be getting 3, so at least one of these places should not be in that list. This way, it'd be kind of okay for the time of this truce, which we would make like roughly this big. 93, so that's almost 15 years, obviously. In 15 years, we drop 30, 35, 37, I don't know, aggressive expansion, at which point Muscovy would no longer be a problem. I think this is okay as long as we pay attention to our aggressive expansion and don't get anybody else involved, right? I think that's true. Nobody is in the list yet, so that's kind of fine. Now, if the Swedes were to break off of the Danish, then that would allow a coalition. So, kind of have to hope there, I suppose. Okay, I think that means we're not subjugating Ryazan because it's already a problem with the aggressive expansion. How much AE is it? 5? Can I do 5? Probably can't do 5. I assume Tver gets hit by this. It won't tell us, but it seems likely that Tver will get hit by that, and then they would be in the coalition. So we can't do that. We could force religion. Oh, that's something. And war reps? That I like, don't I? The answer is yes, I do. I mean, it's nice that they will be our religion, but that doesn't really matter. What that will do is give us a age objective for the next age, and then I don't have to worry about forcing religion in the Age of Reformation, which we may or may not be able to easily do. So that's kinda neat. Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate it. So, force your religion, take your war reps, and we could do more. I could do something like transfer trade power, but that... No, I can't. Also, that wouldn't do anything, so why would I? I don't think I can add any rivalries. I could end the alliance to Novgorod, I suppose. It doesn't do much for me, but what it does is increase the peace timer and give me a tiny bit of prestige, and that sounds nice. Could use money to increase the prestige timer, but we won't get any of the money, right? Not really. Nah. Let's not do that. Separate peace, melee for themselves. Good enough. And we also don't get any of the prestige. But hey. Now that you're out, I should be easily able to deal with the rest. The Horde is out too. Because they were hired by the Ryazani. It's quite impressive actually how much effort the Ryazani put into that war. For very little gain. Somebody cleaned out my rebels, right. So once my diplomat is back, I think we just peace out. Yeah, seems fine to me. Triple check the coalition, still fine. Overextension will be painful, but fine. We have the admin to core everything. Dip. Oof. But I'm not going to take the land, right? So might as well. The chance I should have taken the money. We're not rival to these guys, right? No. You rival to those guys? No. It did say something about losing power protection in there. Which... I don't know. Maybe because the rivalry goes the other way. Anyway, core all. Get you guys into someplace nice. I don't know, Navarre. And spread your suppression from there. Oh no, my Conquest Cars building against Novgorod is gone. Whatever am I gonna do? I mean, probably fabricate more claims, right? Still know who else I would hit, so yeah, I'm gonna send that spy there on the 4th of December. Merge, suppress, yikes. There's a bit of rebellion going on. We may have to... Not sure how we deal with this problem. Just yet. How's my force limit looking? We do have room for 2 more units. Which means we should take them. We also definitely should take the Militech here. Very, very good to have. And we're now ahead of time, so we are gaining innovativeness rather than losing it. But yeah, getting control of that land is gonna take a tiny bit of effort. Speaking of control of land, not that it has anything to do with that. Yeah, I think I can go ahead and privateer stuff again, can't I? Let's wait till August 79. I kind of want to get these all on the same timer. For, well, ease of use, I suppose. And then I do also want to do that check on the thing and the stuff. The privateering efficiency. Guess we might as well do it now. Let's take one click of time. There we go. Now we're making how much of spoils of war? 0.7 ducats. I'm gonna tell you to privateer in Lübeck instead. See what that does to our spoils of war. 0.64. Okay, it is actually more efficient to privateer and good. Because we're privateering ourselves less that way. Now, is there any... Can I? And is it a potential thing to privateer? Oh, well, I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna do the stuff first. The rating, coastal rating. But once we're done with that, I want to see if I can privateer the English Channel instead. That's not mostly HRE, right? Yeah, it's kind of a lot of HRE. Can we not privateer that, or can we not raid it? Let me double check our own rules by going to my own channel, checking out my own video and reading my own rules. Avoid raiding HRE costs. There's not privateering. Now, Bisa, feel free to let me know if you also meant privateering with that, and I will reconsider doing these things in the future. But for now, I will take it as written and say it's raiding only. If only all these icons didn't look the same, that would be great. So it being June, let's go up to full stack size here. Not because it's June. I think July is fine. If we stop in August up there, then I think in July starting our raiding round does seem fine. None of you are recently privateered. Good. I will raid. Oh, I cannot raid my friends in Königsberg, Miriam, or Danzig. I can raid Gotland though, which I guess I will, for 10 whole ducats. Get to the northern Baltic, raid them, raid everything for 28 whole ducats. I don't think there's any point in going to the Gulf of Riga. Let's go to the Gulf of Finland instead. Raid it for... Just raiding Viborg? Oh, we already raided new land from the other place. Okay. 6 ducats. I suppose that's a disadvantage of taking a bunch of coastal land here. We get less land to raid right now. Muscovy also beating up the Novgorodians. Oh my. There might not be a lot of Novgorod left for us to come back for. Abo. Just raid Holland. Gulf of Bohemia or something. Eastern Sea of Holland. If I'm hesitating there, it's just because I'm trying to check whether there are places where I have old, recently raided buffs going on. I don't think I have, but making sure. Keep stacking up that stuff. Now, what about raiding in the southern Baltic? I think I cannot. I mean, would be great. Would be 78 ducats, 1,300 sailors. But we'd be raiding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 empire provinces. And only 1, 2, 3, 4 Danish provinces. So saying that we're doing it mainly to focus on the Danes, that seems disingenuous. So I'm not going to do it. I think the Öresund is different though. Right? That's a lot of Danes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Danish provinces to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I think this is okay to raid. For insane money! We're raiding Lübeck, Wismar, Rostock and Stralsund from the Empire. Is that okay? Look at this giant red blob. I think it's okay. Again, do feel free to let me know if you feel like that's a bit unfair. And I'll stop. I don't think I can raid in the Skagerrak, right? No. Alright. Now what I want to find out is, can I privateer the English Channel? And how much money would that make me? I cannot. So that's no. You're saying I actually make more money in Novgorod than the Baltic? Well, it could be true. Let's find out how much Novgorod makes me. This doesn't count. Unfair comparison. But next month we should be seeing 0.88. That's more, right? I think that's more. Cool. Alright, what to do with all our money? Probably build a bunch of buildings. And if we want to do that, then we also want to pick up the mission first. Yeah, one okay temple in Riga. It's not great. It's a great marketplace in Riga. It's just that it doesn't do tons for us. Because, I mean, yes, we're using our trade power in the Baltic to transfer to Lübeck. But we don't actually have much power in Lübeck to grab that money. I think that makes only sense when we actually move. If we only move our trade capital to the Baltic Sea node at some point. And not before. So actually, I might not want to build any buildings right now. Just that temple in Riga is just not really great. Then again, how far am I from workshops? Kind of far. Not that far. 86, 7 years. Yeah, I think I'll wait with a mission and the building of stuff until I can start building some workshops. Meanwhile, focus on building boats in Rügen, which I'm not. Wasn't I building a boat? Oh, since I'm not only in Rügen anymore, I might actually want to check out my boat building capabilities. Yeah, look at these tons of places I can build boats in now. That's great. Tons of force limit too, so I think I'm just gonna spam a bunch of boats. Cool. Cool. Now. What? Still gotta survive. I suppose I wait with my claim on Novgorod until the Muscovite has peaced out, because I don't know if there's anything left that I can then claim. Bela Osro is a subject of the Muscovite, right? Yes. No point to do that. Do I want to start spying on the Danes at some point? I mean, I kind of do, don't I? They're too powerful for me now, but that's not, you know, it's not going to be now forever, is it? Ooh, I kind of lose some power protection by sitting in the Novgorod node because I'm not privateering my rivals. But it's not like we're at the 50, the edge of 50 anyway, so yeah. Okay, there's the peace. So I can make claims on these utterly great provinces over here. Almost not worth it. Probably actually not worth it, but might as well. Might as well. We have... Ooh, don't like it. It's actually pretty deep tree in the Pirate Republic here. I mean, it's a Republic tree. They're always kind of deep. I feel like I might actually drop the stab. Oh, I'm gonna go to negative? I hate losing government reform progress. We get half a point every month because we're so autonomous right now. Which is bad. So this is 50 months of progress. And 100 stab is... yeah, okay. I take the government reform progress because I have no freaking admin. Why am I making no admin? National focus and a terrible ruler. Right, because we elected Fritz Grosch here to help the stuff in the place. Not great. I have money, but I'm not making any money. Paying for a fort. Riga. Actually, stay on until we got rid of the devastation in Livland here. Yeah, I'll take the mill. Yes, please. 10,000 Swedes fighting 14,000 noble rebels. And crushing them, unfortunately. Cost them 4k, but I killed them nonetheless, didn't they? Nonetheless. Another money boat. Go privateer the Novgorodi. How can you say there's no money to be made there and there's more money to be made here? Might be because of the change in power over there. 0.82 spoils of war. So if you go back to the Baltic, I mean, this might be min-maxing at a level that doesn't really, while that's a nice number, it's not a good number. So no, Novgorod it is. And you folks meet up in the southern Baltic and then also go to Novgorod. Make even more money. Somebody actually hunt pirates here? No. Okay. Poland embracing the Renaissance. Renaissance? No. Protect trade, come on. Privateer. The Novgorodians. That's a lot of corruption, actually. Unbalanced research, overextension, religious unity. Religious unity? Oh, we probably grabbed some filthy Orthodox people, didn't we? Yeah. That's no fun. How are we going to deal with those? Well, I suppose that's a question for future me, because we're at the end of another episode here. Wait, the Toots are alive? Oh, I forgot that this is a thing. We do have to put a cut in here. I would love to thank you so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, then you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and of course, if you have anything else to say to me, then there are great places, and one of them is the comment section. It's the best place. I'm once again a couple of answers behind, but I will catch up, I promise. Soon. Maybe tonight. We'll see. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.